Hey, everyone. What is going on? Happy game day. Happy Halloween. Happy week 6 of the SEC college football season. Sometimes I have to keep track of it. I'm Lauren Sisler, hanging out with my buddy, Matt Scalisi. We're going to talk a little Auburn football. What's going on, man? It might be a little bit of a spooky one for this Auburn football team. They welcome LSU into Jordan-Hare Stadium. I just did a little spooky thing in there.
Nice.
But it may not be spooky. It depends on what we see from the Auburn Tigers coming off a big 38-28 win, 35-28 win over Ole Miss on the road. They get LSU today at 2:30 on TBS. And, I think if Auburn plays a complete football game, we can see an exciting one. One thing you are most excited to see from the Auburn Tigers today is what?
Well, I'm excited to see their offense take advantage of a big opportunity against a defense that has really struggled this year. They've gotten a little bit better over the course of the season, but LSU's defense is still one of the worst in the league. So there's going to be opportunities today for Bo Nix and for the Auburn, receivers in particular, but also for Tank Bigsby on the ground to put up big numbers and really get into a flow and start to get comfortable after sort of a little bit of I don't know if we'd call it a full rebound last week, but look, you got to win. But Auburn still isn't playing comfortably on offense yet. They don't look like they have their stuff together for 4 quarters. And like you said, they need to start showing that they can play a complete game. This is a good opportunity for them, at least on the offensive side of the ball, to show they can play 4 quarters of consistently strong offense and get into a rhythm. And so I think this is a huge opportunity they really need to be able to take advantage of.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if Auburn can carry its momentum over from the win they had on the road at Ole Miss. Bo Nix has not been the best on the road, but they showed some spark. Obviously, the run game was impressive behind Tank Bigsby. Can he do more of the same? Bo Nix just showed, some significant improvements, just more comfort. Obviously, looked more comfortable throwing the football, getting it to his playmakers. Seth Williams making some big catches there. Now, LSU has allowed 17 plays of 20-plus yards. So that's tied for 92nd right now, ahead of just 6 FBS teams. So not too good if you consider the landscape of college football. And so can Auburn, I guess, take advantage of this and try to create some momentum with some of those explosive plays? And I think it's going to start in the run game. You got to be able to run the football first, take some of that pressure off of Bo Nix, and then let him throw it and make some of those explosive plays. So biggest challenge LSU poses is what, in your opinion, Matt?
Well, it's their offense. They're still stacked with talent. LSU has recruited extremely well on the offensive side of the ball in recent years. I mean, they have some talent on defense too. They're just not very experienced and haven't been playing great this year. But I think if you look at those LSU receivers, particularly, a lot of those guys are going to be playing on Sundays in the next few years. And what we saw last week was we went into the game between LSU and South Carolina with some uncertainty at their quarterback situation. Miles Brennan was out with an injury. And we said, maybe this is the week that the wheels finally fall off for LSU. The opposite happened. TJ Finley, the backup who came in, played fantastic. They dominated South Carolina, which Auburn fans are well aware. South Carolina can be a dangerous team. So he's back this week. He's going to be playing quarterback again for LSU. There's some consistency week to week. That could be a problem for Auburn. If this LSU offense gets clicking and gets comfortable, this could be a challenge. This could be a little bit of a shootout, which is not something I think Auburn is super comfortable with. I don't think they've really been in that position so far this year. So how will they hold up in that type of situation? If both of these offenses are having success all day long, somebody's going to blink at some point. And, look, Auburn's defense has played great. Maybe they're able to make some plays, but I think this is an LSU offense that is going to be probably the toughest challenge other than possibly Georgia that this Auburn defense has faced yet.
Yeah, so worth noting, LSU starting quarterback Miles Brennan unavailable. He tore his abdomen against Missouri. I guess that was on October 10th. So, that, of course, makes for an interesting matchup. And I guess Ed O said that they expect to see Miles Brennan maybe in a couple weeks against Alabama. But for now, I think they're taking it easy. And to your point, TJ Finley showed up. He showed out. True freshman, had a strong performance. I think he went 17 of 21 against South Carolina, had 265 yards. accounted for 3 touchdowns. So solid performance from a true freshman, and a pretty stout matchup against South Carolina. Yes, it was at home at LSU, but I do think that was a good barometer game for a good starting point for him to come into that game and take over. But I think the biggest challenge for Auburn they face in this one is really the run game. LSU averages 6.6 yards per game per play behind Alabama and Florida in the SEC. They run the football really well. And so will this Auburn defense be able to stop the run? They've got some tremendous talent at the running back position. Davis Price and John Emery Jr. as well, 2 guys that we'll be looking for. So can they stop the run? That to me is the biggest challenge that LSU poses in my mind, or a big matchup that I'll be looking at. So that brings us to our bold prediction. And Matty Ice, I don't know what your bold prediction is yet. We didn't discuss it, but I'm going to say that if Auburn plays its most complete football game, lights out, has its best day, Bo Nix has his best performance, I think I think Auburn can come out with a win against LSU. It's going to be close. And I think we were talking about it before the broadcast. Auburn was the favorite in this one by 1. Is that correct coming into this one?
Well, it's moved. So now LSU is the favorite by a few points. It seems like it's pretty close either way. It's kind of neck and neck.
Yeah. So they've shifted that line. And I think, again, I think it's going to be a close one if Auburn plays its best game. But I could also see on the other end of that, if LSU gets out to a fast start, and like you said, that they kind of go tit for tat and toe to toe, that it could also be one of those games where if it gets out of hand, that it could be more of a 14-point ball game in favor of LSU if Auburn isn't able to put all the pieces in place and play really good football. So it could go either way, but I'm saying if Auburn plays its best, they're going to win it.
I agree with your if. I think if they do that, they've got a great shot in this game. But, and Auburn fans might get mad at me for this one, I'm a doubter going into this game for Auburn. I think that
Doubter's going to doubt.
Yeah, they've pulled out some close wins this season, but it feels like they've been sort of narrowly avoiding disaster almost every week. And I just don't know how many times you can get away with that before it catches up to you eventually. I'm gonna make my bold prediction today that LSU wins by multiple touchdowns in this game. And I might be way off. I don't have full trust and faith in this Auburn offense right now in a game where they have to keep scoring to win. And I think that might be what they're facing today. So look, if I'm wrong, Auburn fans, come back to the post-game show and I'll wear a stupid hat because I'm in my kids' playroom to do these shows. So there's a lot of weird stuff in here. I'll wear the dumbest hat I can find in this room if I'm wrong about my prediction. But I'm going with a big LSU win today, and we'll see if Auburn can prove me wrong. I think they're going to have opportunities, but that offense needs to take advantage of every chance they get.
Dang, I'm kind of sad I'm going to miss that. Here's the other thing, though, Matt. You say you're going to wear a silly hat. Here's the problem. It's Halloween. So people might think you're just wearing a silly hat for Halloween.
They might, but that's
an unfair advantage that you have.
Yeah, that's the advantage I give myself for this.
I love it. Just want to say thank you to everyone for watching. We appreciate you guys.
Hank. She's doubts me, Hank Champion. That's right.
I was looking at Hank's comment there. Lauren making a face at Matt's call.
Yeah.
My face. Was that a good face that I made?
I think you were skeptical of my prediction. And look, I don't know how this one's going to turn out either. I think this is one of the most uncertain feelings I've had going into an Auburn game this year. So we'll see. I think we'll learn a lot about Auburn from this game.
Yeah, no doubt. Auburn LSU 2:30 p.m. Central Time kickoff on CBS. Kitty Ray Jones. And yeah, good stuff. We appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the game. I guess you'll get to watch the game and then maybe go do a little trick-or-treating and enjoy some candy on me. Appreciate it. Hey, real quick, Matt, favorite Halloween candy bar?
Favorite Halloween candy bar, or going bar genre? Okay.
Oh, you can go bar or candy. We'll just
I'm more of like a candy guy, to be honest. But
you're a Swedish Fish guy, duh.
I like that trash, like real sweet, sugary, gummy stuff. I love all that stuff. But if I'm going with a candy bar, You know, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Snickers. I know it's a classic, but like you got everything in there. You know,
That is a good one.
You got peanuts, you got chocolate, caramel. It's got everything going for it.
Yeah, so I don't love peanuts. I'll deal with them. I'm okay with peanut M&Ms. I'm more of a Three Musketeer person, but I have found my new discovery of the Buc-ee's Beaver Nuggets, folks.
Pretty good.
These right here are like, well, Matt Stinchcomb, who I'm doing the game with here in Texas A&M later today, says they're packing peanuts with corn syrup on them. That's pretty much what they are. I might have to agree with them. It's kind of that same consistency. I've been eating them this morning, and it made me think I was eating a bowl of Captain Crunch. I am all about that life. So anyway, it's good stuff. Maybe they need to make that into a candy bar. Appreciate you, Matt. We appreciate all of you guys, and definitely tune back in for a post-game recap of Auburn LSU, and a happy Halloween to all of you.